Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Mayang Larasati Sukardi from Pasundan University, Faculty of Engineering and Food Technology Study Program. I'm glad to be here today. I'd like to talk about how to make nata de cereal. Did you know that nata can be made from seaweed? Firstly, nata is a gel-like material. We can call it nata or jelly that float on a medium containing sugar and acid formed by the microorganism Acetobacter pseudomonas. Nata is basically cellulose. When viewed under a microscope, it will appear as irregular mass of fibrils that resemble thread or cotton. Nata comes from the Spanish language. When translated into Latin becomes natar, which means floating. Nata include fermented products such as yogurt. The starter used in Acetobacter pseudomonas bacteria. When grown in liquid media containing sugar, these bacteria will produce acetic acid and a white layer floating on the surface on the liquid medium. The white coating is known as nata. The largest content in nata is 90–80% water. Let's now look at the metabolism. Nata is very good for consumption, especially by those on a low-calorie diet or a diet high in fiber. High water content serves to accelerate the body's metabolic process. And then the nata fiber in the human body will bind all the residual elements from the combustion that are not absorbed by the body. Then discharged to the anus from of feces or bolus. Concerning nata, nata the seaweed is nata product from the seaweed. The seaweed that is usually used in making nata de seaweed is a type of Achema or Glacilaria. The manufacturing process is carried out by fermentation using bacteria Acetobacter pseudomonas. Unlike nata de coco, which is made from coconut water, nata de coco, the fermentation time of nata de seaweed can be twice that of nata de coco. Hope it clear enough for everyone to see. Nata de seaweed has better nutrient content than nata de coco because it has a higher content of fat, fiber, and protein than nata de coco. This chart shows the nutrient content of nata de seaweed. The fat, protein, dietary fiber, carbohydrate, and ash. The fiber obtained from fermentation of Acetobacter pseudomonas bacteria. The fiber produced by bacteria are generally the same of fiber that are formed inside the cell wall of plant. Only they are formed not inside the bacterial cell wall but outside the cell. The fiber form a lumpy mass on the surface of the medium that look white and transparent. The clumps of fiber are what later known as seaweed. Let's now look at the material. One, we use seaweed or Echema cottony, 2 lime, 3 palm sugar, 4 Acetobacter selenium starter, 5 GA fertilizer or ammonium sulfate. And the tool used are 1 plastic tray, 2 filter, 3 gas stove, gauze, stainless steel pans, wood mixer, stainless steel knife, blender, balance sheet, and the last rubber strap. How to make data the seaweed in brief is we use seaweed, washed and drained. Furthermore, the seaweed is crushed using a coarse blender and filtered to get filtrate. Add the water to filter until the media volume reach 1500 milli. Then cook for 10 minutes. Add palm sugar according to treatment and ammonium sulfate 15 gram. Then add lime juice until the media pH reach a value of 3 to 4. Then 10% Acetobacter selenium was added. After the cooking process is complete, the seaweed is ready to be placed a fermentation containing that has been washed and sterilized. The container was closed using sterile gauze and allowed to stand for 1 night with plastic tray. And then covered with gauze and fermented for 10 days at room temperature. The last, at the time of harvesting, the seed nata is clean. As you can see on the right here is table of nata product quality standard in packaging. SNE 01431719996. In there, type test unit and requirement. Type 1 of type test is condition, 2 foreign object, 3 complete weight, 4 amount of sucrose, 5 dietary fiber, 6 active sweetener, additional dyes, preservative, metal contamination, microbial contamination. Seaweed is a nutrient food. Its fiber content is very high. Dietary fiber consists of crude fiber and dietary fiber. Crude fiber is a fiber that can withstand strong acid or strong bases in laboratory. While dietary fiber is part of food that cannot be digested by digestive enzyme. There are two types of fiber, namely those that are water-insoluble fiber and water-insoluble insoluble in water. Those are water-soluble. For water-insoluble fiber are 1. Cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. For water-soluble fiber are pectin, gum, mucilage, glycine, and alga. The fiber content in carrageenan is part of gum fiber, which is a type of fiber that is soluble in water. To conclude, I'd like to say fiber has an important role in body health and also in the process of digesting food in the food. Fiber has important role in body health in the process of digesting food in the body. Lack of fiber can cause 1. Constipation, hemorrhoid, diabetes mellitus, coronary heart disease, and the last kidney stone. Adding fiber requirement the human diet by diet, there are specially daily requirement for diet fiber. Fiber consumption on average of 25 grams per day can be considered sufficient to maintain a healthy body. The fiber in fueling and accelerate the body metabolic processes, so it's very good for consumption by obese people. Seaweed is also known to be rich essential nutrients such as enzyme, nucleic acid, amino acid, mineral, trace element, especially iodine, and vitamin A, B, C, D, E, and K. Also, seaweed can improve the body defense function, improve the circulation system, and digestive system. Okay, that's bring me to the end of my presentation. It's what I have always true. It's be nice to be seaweed, kind of just floating about by Devendra Banhart. Thank you for attention. I'll be glad to answer any question. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.